Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Alan Wake American Nightmare. I know it's been a while. It's been a while. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. What is this? 18. Okay, just like that. Sorry, just getting some things set up and we are good. Okay. It's been a while. I got a lot to talk about, so let's just start this up. At least I think I have a lot to talk about. I need to kind of catch up to where I was. I first want to talk about a issue that I have, a bit of a bone to pick with the Pokemon Company. Audio's still working. I don't think I'm getting double audio. Let's do that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I have a bone to pick with the Pokemon Company because they are shutting down the. They're shutting down Pokemon Bank. Like, what the hell? You know, this is a service that runs on soup and nuts. Is that even the right expression? Soup. What's the expression? Is like something about everything from soup to nuts. So maybe that's not the right expression, but
A poltergeist.
you know, it literally runs on like tin
Its
cans.
existence is one of rage and hostility, and its very presence turns ordinary objects into deadly projectiles.
I mean, it's a server. It's a server based subscription service that. I mean, you're farming money from it still, so like, I don't know why. I don't know why you'd shut off a revenue stream. I guess it's not bringing in as much as it should, like just from a business standpoint. But it really cannot cost that much where you have to, or you feel the need to have to shut it down. That's ridiculous. And with that, you know, I don't know if I've ever talked about it before, but I am a gigantic Pokemon fan. If you think about like a Disney adult, I'm like that with Pokemon. I don't think as obnoxious. I think a lot more self-aware, and hopefully a lot more financially responsible than a Disney adult. So maybe it's just more like, you know, grabbing onto that thing from your childhood and not really wanting to let go and do something new. But you know, I explore the diner. Let's unlock this up. No, so all that being said, like I love Pokemon, and I have so many Pokemon games that I've collected throughout the years. You know, because I started on the games. I started on the games, and then I got the cards. I was like, oh, cards are cool. And then I fell victim to the Logan Paul trap with the I got some cards that might be worth some money, and then I got to selling some, and it was never to like sit around and make money. It was just like I looked at the art and I'm like, oh, this is cool. So I kept the cool looking ones, and it became a little of both, right? A little collection, a little selling, you know,
The scene.
being responsible.
Traces of violence.
It was
A
fun.
callous midnight snack. A room key left carelessly behind. The man recognizes the enemy's handiwork.
I think these are keys for the motel rooms.
Like the keys to the motel rooms. But yeah, big Pokemon fan. I still have a lot of cards. I'm looking at them right now, and I actually just went to my parents' place yesterday. Grabbed a couple products that because I'm like 5 minutes from Target, so I go to Target whenever I think that there's something that they might have. Like, honestly, I should be there right now. 10 o'clock on Tuesday is about when they restock. But, you know, I'm going to try to be more financially responsible, and this Pitch Black, Chaos Rising, Perfect Order kind of rut is fine, because I need to start
Emma
saving and get
Sloan
ready
was
for...
a believer in a great many things, most of which were entirely fallacious.
Fallacious. Ew, I don't like that. I don't like that word. Oh.
Emma Sloan, an innocent victim of his dark half. More collateral damage in the ongoing war,
Oh, great.
damned by forces beyond her control, as much as nationals.
Nice going, Mr. Wake. Nice going. So yeah, like I've said it on the channel. I've got a lot of cards. I've got a lot of ambitious goals for what I want to do. I do want to swap into Japanese so that I'm still keeping the artworks, but I'm also keeping a cut of what I'll get from English. But the thing is, like, I'm not strapped for cash, so I don't really want to sell now because it could go up. And I think that's where you get the money bro in me talking. It's like it's some cost fallacy, right? We spend so much on tax, now I need to stretch the single cards the most that I can, which is dumb. It's a stupid feeling to have, but you know, I think soon I will start selling off a lot more cards and then just rebuying back in Japanese, because that's just what I plan on. That is what I plan to do. But anyways, this is about Pokemon Bank that I'm talking about. I feel like I need to show my Pokemon ID every time somebody says this, because it's like, oh, you're just in it for the money, you're just in it for this, for that, yada yada. It's like, no, my favorite game of all time is Pokemon Platinum. Always has been. I've got like 500 hours in Pokemon White. It's just I have a lot of Pokemon games, and it sucks that we got a lot of LARPers in the community, and it's funny because I see the other side. I see where people can come at me and say, well, you're trying to stretch your money, you're trying to get your, like, if you were a collector, you'd get every card. It's like, well, if I was a smart man and wanted to retire, I would I would sell some off, because there's a difference between collecting and delusion. And when you're selling your kid's college fund to pay for Pokemon cards is when it gets delusional. So I know when to stop, but I also know, like, I need to make a little something out of this, otherwise it's gonna feel like it's for nothing. And I always tell people, I'm like, well, I'm doing Pokemon cards, and at least I'm gonna get something out of it instead of just gambling and getting nothing. At least I get a cool artwork, right? that's the cope, I guess is what people call it. But yeah, Pokemon Bank shutting down, this really sucks, because this is coming from a game standpoint, and the games I play a lot of, at least I used to. I have a lot of Pokemon games. I have damn
Michael Farabee, dead, tortured, dressed in clothes that bore the name of a local observatory. A slim lead, but solid enough. It stirs something deep in his mind. He knows where to go now.
He knows where to go now. Cool, because I don't. Side note, I've been reading the Alan Wake book. I feel like I've mentioned that before, but I'm on like page 114. I think I had like 300 something, so I'm getting kind of close. Or at least I'm probably about halfway through.
The observatory, hot on the heels of the Herald of Darkness.
If I look at my
the
book,
champion of light
it looks like I'm a
forges
little
on
maybe under half.
to see
but,
the
yeah.
stars.
What is going on? Where are we going? Oh, I'm at a loading screen. Oh, red to the observatory. Oh, did I travel there?
An observatory. A place for a man to witness the magnificence of the universe. But such insights are not what the champion of light is looking for.
Yeah.
He has come to find a weapon.
I've come to find a weapon. So, yeah, the Pokemon games that I have on my 3DS, I have Red, Yellow, Silver, Crystal from the eShop. So those can get transferred right up to the Pokemon Bank. I'm gonna just talk about Pokemon. I really don't care. You know, you sit there, you can skip it, it's fine. But yeah, I've got Red, Yellow, Crystal, and Silver. So I beat Red. Once I heard the announcement, I was almost finished with it. I just had gym 7 and 8, and then Elite Four and Victory Road. But I never caught the legendaries, so I do plan to go back and do those. I had a pretty cool team. I had like a Venusaur. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I had a Venusaur, Gyarados, Dugtrio, Jolteon, Weezing, and a sixth one that I can't remember that probably was crucial to what I was doing. Hypno? I think it was Hypno. Yeah, I had a Hypno named Kamek. Like from Mario. It's pretty cool. I like that team a lot. I thought it was good. My starter was a little usual, but even my level 40s were kicking ass against level 60s. So I did well, and I first tried Elite Four, so that felt great. But yeah, now I'm on the silver, and I spent way too long in silver trying to figure out where I was, because I was between Cianwood and Olivine, and I was, cause like I know the story of Johto. I know like what to do. Like you gotta go heal the sick Ampharos up in the lighthouse. But I get up to the top of the lighthouse, and Ampharos is there, but Jasmine isn't. So I'm like, what? So then I think, oh, I gotta go to Cianwood City, and I gotta get the medicine. I get there, and he's not selling me anything. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. Guess I'm soft locked. And I had to look up a couple things, and then I was like, wait, why don't I just go to Jasmine's gym and see if she's there? And sure enough, I did all that previously. So I was like 30 hours into this game, and I was trying to figure out where the hell I was. I just stripped down all my Pokemon, so I've only got Ampharos and my way over leveled level 40 something for Alligator right now. And I'm just trying to build my team out, and I know that it's gonna take a while because Johto has, or I guess Silver has Johto and Kanto that I gotta run through. Which should be cool because I never did that back in Gen 2. I played Soul Silver a lot, and yeah, I wanted to talk about where I was at with Silver before I started going to these other games. Like, so that's what I have for Gen 2. I've got Silver and Crystal, and then for Gen 3 I have Emerald on my Game Boy Advance. I have Fire Red on my Game Boy Advance, and I have a bootleg copy of Leaf Green that doesn't save. That's cool. So I'd have to beat it all in one run.
Hello?
Which would be stupid.
I'm Dr. Rachel Meadows, and... Wait a moment, it's you! I can't believe you dare show your face around here again.
So that's what I got for Gen 3. Gen 4, I have Diamond, Platinum, which is my very first Pokemon game. And I have Soul Silver, which I hold equally as important in my development, which is probably, like, I think Soul Silver is probably, like, I'll concede, I think Soul Silver is the better game.
Go away.
It
But for
wasn't
what-
me. I just look like it.
For what Platinum
Are
did
you
for me,
serious?
it's
That's
just
what
like,
you're going with? Please.
I'm
I
trying to
that's
stop
why I
him.
hold it above.
You saw those shadow things trying to kill me, right?
It's personal
I
bias.
bet he got along with them just fine.
Yes. Yes, he did. All right. Come on in.
Alright, come on in. Yeah, just like the memories that I have with Platinum and like where I was during these things, the people I've traded with. Like, I remember when I first saw my friend playing Pokemon Platinum. I remember that. And it does something to you. It really does. You know, we've all ever... Drop in the comments what your first game was. Let's hear it. Well, I'm curious. But yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I figured I'd take a moment to talk to you. There's a party next door. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Oh, really?
A little beer, a little fun, you know?
No.
It's nice. Listen, this whole thing between us, it's a little weird for me too, you know? I mean, we don't just look the same, there's a lot we share. I mean, up here, I know you, right? So I was thinking maybe we could...
What?
these guys are getting out of control. Look, I feel like we're both victims of circumstance here. And maybe we could make some kind of effort.
That it? What the hell are you doing, buddy?
Never mind.
Oh. We bare knuckle brawling people? Weirdo. Yeah, and what sucks is I don't know if you guys
Just
so
a moment, I'll send the lift down to
if you guys have 3DSs or
I didn't expect to see anyone here tonight, but I'm relieved
you know
to
like
see an actual
my
professor.
cartridges
That's
for
assuming this isn't some kind of cruel trick on your
Soul
part,
Silver and
of
my
course.
Pokemon White games, like they suck. And even Platinum, like I think it's my 3DS itself because if I plug it into my 2DS it's fine. But it's like the cartridge reader is just so buns. I don't know if something spilled on it, if it's just old age. I tried like looking up cleaning tutorials. It's just nothing really works. And it's like that for Soul Silver specifically and White. And I don't know why. But yeah, Platinum and Soul Silver is what I got for Gen 4. Then Gen 5 I have White, which I have 500 hours in. I think I've got 550. It's crazy. It's something like that. I've actually replayed it, so I've got 999 of each item, which is pretty cool. Used up all the rare candies because I'm an idiot, and I was just like, oh, I just want level 100s, and I didn't even think about like EVs, anything like that in the games. And then I bought Pokemon Black later on, and I had Black 2 and White 2. I got one for Christmas, and I think I got one for my birthday, something like that. But I'm really glad I got both of those. Whoa, first person.
Doctor, the man who looked like me, what did he want here?
There's a strange astronomical event happening right now. Something I can't begin to classify, but I think it's disabled our satellite. There's a very peculiar signal that we're receiving.
A signal. That's what I'm here for.
Well, so was he. But he didn't seem to understand it at all. He got very angry, sabotaged our imaging array, and now we're blind. I believe the event is still going on, but we can't pick it up.
Is there something we can do?
What he broke is essentially just a special camera, but we can't use the telescope without it. There's a replacement in my car. If you can get that to me, we're back in business.
Sweet.
Consider it done.
Consider it done. So, yeah, that's Gen 5, and then Gen 6, I have Pokemon Y, which I got for Christmas with my 2DS in 2013. And then later on, I bought Alpha Sapphire and X. And by later on, I mean like probably 2 years ago when I was going to go through all the games. Maybe, was it 2 or 3
Good
years
luck,
ago I bought them.
And try to be careful. It's a very expensive part, and we don't have a replacement.
And then I also have
That
Omega
sounded
Ruby
more
when
callous than I
that came out. I
intended.
got that for Christmas,
be
and I was
safe.
super excited. And I wanted to pre-order it. I wanted to get it before Christmas, and my mom's like, you're not getting this game before Christmas. I remember that. I remember our conversation of us talking, and I was like, look, like, Gen 3 remake, I never got to play Gen 3. Gen 3, everyone talks about Gen 3 being the best, and now they're remaking it. It's like, I gotta play this, Mom. And then I'm pretty sure I played that game for 6 hours when I got it. I was so excited to get it. I was so happy. But yeah, I mean, waiting until Christmas was probably the right move, because it made it all that better. And then Gen 7, Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Sun. I was about to be a freshman in high school, I believe, and I did pre-order this one. I did get Pokemon Sun early, and that was cool because I remember there was like I remember I got the demo for it. I remember watching the E3 Treehouse, and I remember there was like a gaming party at my school, and everyone's like, "You brought your 3DS?" I'm pretty sure I brought my PC too. I brought both of them, or maybe it was my Wii U. I think I brought my Wii U and my 3DS. It's something like that, because I don't think I had my PC yet. But it was really cool.
This must be your car.
Like that I have these memories. It was great. What do we got? You want to be Fallout so bad. You want to be New Vegas so bad. If you have arachnophobia, look away. I mean, if I saw a spider that big, I think I'd cry. And I don't even have arachnophobia. I mean, I'm the spider killer of the house. But yeah, so those are my Pokemon credentials up through like Gen 7. I also have Ultra Sun. No, I don't. Why did I lie? I don't have Ultra Sun. I have Sun, and then I bought Moon. And I believe I beat Moon before Sun. And I don't think I beat Sun yet. And I have Ultra Moon. That's what I have. Because like when you say the names, it's like Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So I think I'm just saying the name. But yeah, I have Sun, Moon, Ultra Moon, and then I have for the Switch, I have Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. I have Pokemon Sword. I have Pokemon Brilliant or Pokemon Shining Pearl, and then I have I have Pokemon Arceus, Legends Arceus, and I have Pokemon Scarlet. Yes, I have Scarlet. I've got to remember. And then the ones that I've beaten, right? The ones that I've finished and that I don't need to do on this quest or Pokemon Bank. Because Pokemon Bank, I just need to beat Gens 1 through 7. So that's fine. So Red I've finished. Yellow I'm coming back to. Because I don't want to do all the same gen in a row. It's going to get boring and tedious. And I don't want to get burnt out on this. This is something that I want to keep working on. So I'm doing Gen 2. I'm doing Silver right now. And then I'll come back to Crystal. I have Emerald finished. So I'm going to skip Emerald. And I think for Generation 3, I'm just going to go right for Alpha Sapphire. So I have that loaded in my DS right now. And then Platinum I have finished. Diamond I have started. I think I'm on like the fifth gym or something like that. Fourth or fifth.
I'll operate the platform directly below the telescope so you can install the array.
And
Don't worry,
then
it's very easy.
Soul Silver I'm like midway through. So I need to... when I spin back for Johto and Kanto, when I spin back for Generation 2, including the remake, I'll remember to hit that again. And then Pokemon Black I'm not very far in. Black 2 I'm not very far in. White 2 I think I have finished. And White I know I have finished. I know I have Pokemon Y finished. X is someone else. I think it's someone else's like account. Because I bought it used. I don't think I reset it yet. But perfect order.
Alright, we're good to go. Let's take a look at the skies.
No, so I'll need to reset X, and then Sun. I think I still need to beat Sun. The Moon I have finished. Then Ultra Moon I need to finish. So I still have a long ways to go on some of these non-finished ones, but at least I'm like started on quite a bit of them. My plan is to just pick up where I'm at and just keep trucking through it, and I do want to beat all the games first and then go for the legendaries
To shut this down.
and then move them to bank.
There's a problem with the
But if I'm-
automated coolant system.
but if it's, like,
Somebody just interrupted
Halfway
the
through
flow.
December,
So now what?
I'm just probably gonna have to cut my
You
losses
can
and start
go and open
transferring
the
because
secondary coolant flow
I really don't
valves
wanna
manually. I know it's
be
dangerous
stuck out in
there,
the
but,
rain and
well,
not
I
have
got
them
it.
transferred.
please come talk to me if you have questions.
But yeah, I plan to bring up all my teams. I want to bring, because I've got a level 100 Vaporeon. That was the very first level 100 I trained legitimately in Pokemon Platinum. Now,
Just remember,
you guys know
you
Platinum.
need to release all 3 valves.
You know that
It doesn't matter what order you do it in.
you get the EV at level 20, so I mean, how legit is it at that point, right? But still, I hold a very soft spot for Vaporeon. I actually have a Vaporeon plushie from Build-A-Bear behind me. And this was way before any of the weird shit people want to believe about Vaporeon. The Vaporeon slander that came out. It's like Typhlosion, you know, and they had that weird Typhlosion fanfic. That was weird. I don't. If you guys don't know, look it up. Actually, I mean, at your own risk, of course. Typhlosion is a creeper, allegedly, but it's one Typhlosion. It's not all Typhlosion, right? Is that how that works? Jesus, I said I got a lot to talk about, and I've only been talking about Pokemon, but that's fine. It's fine. It's Pokemon. Pokemon's sick. So yeah, I mean, that's just been a large majority of my life. I have my 3DS right in front of me. I open it up, and I'm fighting a Magnemite right now with Ampharos. And I named my Ampharos Ross. So it was like Ampharos. I thought that was kind of clever. Yeah, I don't really know what I want for a team yet on Silver. I'm thinking Xatu, because I love Xatu. He's not like the greatest stats wise, but Xatu just always had a cool design, and he's got such cool cards. Like the Skyridge Xatu looks amazing. I would love to get that card, and obviously it's got to be hollow because it just looks better. But I mean, that's pretty crazy. So that's also why I'd like to sell off some cards, because I've created a section on TCG Player just called Cards I Want, and it can range from like just cool looking commons, uncommons to, you know, some grail cards, and I try to keep it realistic, right? I try to, like, I'm not doing like gold stars or crystals. I'm not doing anything crazy unrealistic. Like, I think the price right now for everything that I have in there is like, I think 1,200. So it's not like insane.
That should do it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want some more tag teams. Tag teams are what I wish I was collecting the tag team back then. That's one that I regret. I wish I'd hung around for that generation. I had some tag team like common trainer cards, which is weird. He was like Bryson and I think one of the guys from like Pokestar Studios. I never did the Pokestar Studios really, but that's in like Pokemon Black and White. I know a lot of people watching this are probably like, what the fuck is this nerd talking about? But no, it's cool. It's if you guys haven't played these games, I would suggest some non-legal methods. Actually, I wouldn't suggest them, but they're out there and they're easier to get and they're a lot cheaper than $120 DS game without box, which is crazy. So I guess will I ever sell my Pokemon games? Probably not. I like that's something that I'd like for my kid to enjoy. I'd like to be able to pass that down to my kid, but I also really like. I think Platinum I probably won't give him. Platinum's like something that I want to keep sacred. Platinum, I need to throw in like a fireproof safe because I don't want to lose that copy ever. But no, I mean, there's definitely ways you could play these games that don't require money. And since Pokemon doesn't want to re-release them in their original form for a cheaper price, for MSRP even, right?
I released all the valves, Doctor.
I think
Just bear with me a moment.
I think that justifies a
Yes,
little
I believe you've got it sorted. It's working again.
little
Nicely
extracurricular
done.
activities in order to get it
That sounds
working.
like trouble. I don't think they're happy with our success.
So I do want to reiterate my team. So I've got Ampharos and for Alligator. Planning on Zatsu for his psychic type. So I need to look for a grass type probably next. Like maybe Bell Awesome, that'd be cool. I had a Weepin' Bell that could evolve into Victory Bell. Victory Bell's just not that strong. We're thinking grass types in Johto. I mean, what do you really have to work with? It's like Sunflora? I'm sure there's something that I'm like misremembering. I remember maybe I didn't. No, that wouldn't. Also, he's not even. Never mind. I was gonna say Tropius or something, but that's Gen 3. It's not even anything possible. Maybe I just skip grass type. Maybe I go for like a.
That was
I don't know.
intense. I'm sighted in now. I still have no idea what I'm looking
I do want to
at.
pick up something from Ice Cave, which
Very
is
strange,
like
very strange
almost.
indeed. Oh, where are my manners? Please, come on up.
Uh,
I'm sorry, I was
The
distracted.
icy cave, something like that. Icy path. I think it's icy. I think it's Ice Cave. I do want to grab a Pokemon from there, and I'm thinking Sneasel, but like I can't get Weavile. That's what sucks. That's what's cool about Heart Gold Soul Silver is like you have a lot more options to choose from. That's why it's like when they do this and they pull these Pokemon games, you've got to think like they have to have alternatives, right? Because then Johto is just not accessible to any. Like Johto's an unaccessible
We're
region
receiving
now.
the signal now.
Oh yes, it's coming in loud and clear.
And so's Hoenn
It's
technically
amazing.
until they
I'm not sure what it is yet,
figure it
let
out.
alone where it's coming from, but it's interacting with our system somehow. Like it was intended for us. But I don't understand how that could be.
Maybe that's just how the story goes.
What?
Never mind. Is there a way I can hear it? Or however this is supposed to work?
I think the signal is incomplete somehow. But you should be getting a printout of it now.
What do you mean it's incomplete?
It's almost as if we're only getting a fragment of it.
I need the whole thing. This is important.
I'm sure it is, but this is all we're getting.
Did the man who looks like me get the whole thing?
He locked me out of the booth, so I have no way of knowing. But I can tell you that he didn't really seem to understand it.
A printout of a signal. It too is a weapon created by the Champion of Light. In its words, stirs a new reality. But it is incomplete, and yet it provides a roadmap for the man to follow. A course that will lead him to a place where he may confront his enemy.
So yeah, I mean, one has to wonder. I'm talking about Pokemon again. I don't care. It's something I'm passionate about. Like, I've been consumed by
The drive-in.
by it
Once
really.
the site of lurid celluloid fantasies, it's now the site of
Mexican
an art
handoff.
exhibition.
Huh?
And yet, it's the search for closure rather than culture that brings the Champion of Light here.
I do like this backdrop. I've said it before in the last video, but I love this setting. This looks great. But yeah, like, I mean, in speaking of Pokemon again, we don't have an access to Johto. We don't have access to Hoenn, which makes you think a lot of people are speculating that we're gonna get Emerald and Ruby and Sapphire as $20 games for Pokemon Day in maybe September or October. Me personally, because we all know Winds and Waves is coming up, and Like we got Fire Red Leaf Green, which is cool. That's Kanto, kind of OG-ish. And they have Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, so they didn't need to do Fire Red
Oh,
Leaf Green, so
it's
it was
you.
kind of nice.
That's fantastic.
Are you okay?
Go away. No, I want you,
Oh,
but you'll get angry if you're here. So, you gotta go.
oh,
You know I'll do what you want.
oh.
Okay.
I love you so much. Did you know that love hurts? Are you gonna hurt me now? 'Cause you should.
Okay,
Lady,
Freaky Nikki.
You got darkness on the brain. I think I can help you if I can get the lights on in here.
You can't turn the power back on. It's not allowed.
Why?
You said.
You said.
So, where shouldn't I go so I don't turn the power back on accidentally?
It's the big building on the other side of the drive-in, but it's locked.
You sound so sure.
Where's the key? Just so that I know to avoid it.
It's on the wall next to the cash register. But you can't. You can't. Don't be bad.
Hey, no problem. I'm just gonna go do some other stuff. Scout's honor.
Mm.
Sorry, somebody sent me a text. And it's funny because I just was talking about Freaky Nikki, and they were saying Universal is going to hire actresses to walk around and be Nikki in Universal this year, which is pretty sick. Makes me want to go. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, I have been wanting to go to Universal, but I told my girlfriend, I was like, you got to watch Harry Potter before we go. I'm going to Harry Potter World. I want you to at least see the movies so you understand, like, why it's cool, why it's important, you know? But don't get me started on Harry Potter right now, especially with that new series. I will be hate watching that new series, by the way, when that comes out.
And we're back
That's just-
with old gods of Asgard and their
that's just
manager,
gotta
Barry
happen.
Wheeler. Guys, you're on your comeback tour. You're playing a lot of your classic material, but you've also got a new single out, right? How'd that come about? Was it hard?
The man has encountered this before. People whose integrity has been suborned by the insidious touch of the darkness. He has experienced it himself, but merciful light burned away the darkness in his brain.
Yeah, so back to Pokemon. I mean, what was we even talking about? Right, the speculation. So a lot of people are saying Hoenn games as soon as September,
Not good.
which would be crazy. I know there's a direct coming September. They always do it. I'm really hoping it pulls through. I'm hoping they show some Ocarina of Time gameplay. And I mean, that'd be amazing if we got the Hoenn games at least. But I mean, I don't know how they'd do it, but I would love for them to bring these DS games up. If they can get a DS, if they can get DS games, and I was watching John Stone actually talk about this, so maybe some of these points are reiterated in his video. But John Stone, who I watched before his face reveal, and I mean, I don't know why he didn't do that earlier. He looks good. No, like, I mean, like, just putting that out there, like, he looks good. I don't know why he didn't do a face reveal for so long, and I'm like, he looks good. Just saying. But you know, I watched a lot of John Stone, man. I watched a lot of these Pokemon creators. I have for like years. It's crazy. But yeah, I'd watch like him and Tyranitar 2, Munching Orange. I'd watch a lot of them. But anyways, back to focusing up on one thing. Yeah, John Stone was talking about how they could do like these DS games on the Switch 2 using mouse controls and the touchscreen. And it's like, it kind of worked for BDSP, but it was really clunky. And nothing really required mouse. Or nothing really required touchscreen, I don't think. And there was like a way where you could toggle it without. Or like you could use your controller to be the touchscreen, but it was like some things have to get changed. Or I think Nintendo just needs to be like, okay, look, if you need the touchscreen, you can just use your finger and you can just undock it. But if you were planning on playing docked only, like, you're gonna have a shitty time.
Oh, look! Mr. Hero's here!
Oh, hey, I
You
look
ready
good.
to save the day?
I look fresh. And he's gone. And he's gone. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool if they were to bring all the DS games just on the Switch. And he said like subscription based. Maybe this is all speculation. This is just his thoughts. I was just kind of listening to what he was saying. And I was like, yeah. I was just silently agreeing. Like, yeah, that'd be sick. That would be really cool if they did that. I don't know the likelihood of them because in their mind they're like, oh, you already have access to all of the Pokemon. Like, why would you care? And if we just think about it logically, right? BDSP, a lot of people did not like those remakes. But logically, the next remake would be Black and White. And I think it scares a lot of us what they're going to do with this Black and White remake, because when you have two different games, you have Black, White, and then Black 2, White 2 also, you would hope that they would remake Black 2 and White 2, right? But who knows, because they didn't do anything for Platinum, really. Platinum was just thrown to the wayside. And it sucks. It sucks. Like, that's my favorite game of all time. And I thought they were going to remake it, and they didn't. And now, granted, I still had a lot of fun in the Underground for BDSP. Basically just Shining Pearl. But, like, I still had a lot of fun on that game. It's just, I know a lot of people clown the visuals. I liked that the Pokemon always followed you. I thought that was cool. I liked bringing, because I completed the Pokedex. I brought all of them over into that game just to see them all and to level them up. And, like that game was really cool. But it's not Platinum. It's not what that game had. It's no Battle Frontier, no Distortion World. There's no, like, there's no meat at the end of the game, right? Because at the end of the game, here's what I do. I'd leave my DS on my table, and every morning I'd wake up and I'd go to the battle. What is it like? It's like a cafe, and all the previous gym leaders would have like level 80s of their Pokemon, and I would go in and fight them every single day. I had that on my computer, stand. I would just open it up, fight them, and that'd be like a daily routine for me. And it'd be cool because I was like, I'm gonna try to get these, like, my whole team to level 100 legitimately with no rare candies, and I did. I got all my guys level 100, and then I started doing it with legendaries. I started getting legendaries up to level 100 that way. And I had EXP. I had the XP shares on people. I had lucky eggs, and it was cool. It was cool. I like doing that, and I can't really do that. I think you can go to the gym leader themselves, and you can rebattle for a tougher match. But again, it's not the same. And imagine if we had that, but you could Mega Evolve, and like, I just think that would be so cool. Like if the Pokemon Mega Evolve, and like, so you have Diamond Pearl. My brain is running faster than I can talk. Because now I want to talk about Arceus and how much I love that game and how much I love doing the quests. And it's like what Shining Pearl lacked, Arceus made up for, because they came out like within 4 months of each other. They almost cannibalized each other's release window, which is crazy. So, you know, I had, because it was, when did BDSP come out? It was like early November, I believe, or maybe mid-November. And then the next, can I jump down here? Will you let me? You won't. Right. And then in March they had Legends Arceus, which everyone was excited for. I played a lot. I did get a shiny in there, it just showed up, and I was like, this is cool. I do want to play it more. I do want to get all the stuff finished for it, because catching Pokemon is so dumb easy in that game, and I kind of like that aspect of just catching them and doing the little tasks. And I know they're tedious, and I know it's like when you step back, you're like, this isn't gonna give me anything. There's not even like a little achievement like on Steam that pops up for doing this. It's just like my own wanting to 100% the game. And like, what does 100%ing a game really do? I mean, exactly. I don't know. I'm kind of weird on Nintendo games. I wish to God they had achievements. If Nintendo games had achievements, you guys would see me. Like, we would be in a different. Literally, if they released achievements, I'd be a shut-in from the world. I'd be doing them all the time. I would just be constantly having to get them. It's weird. It's like a completionist type of thing in my brain that makes me want them. I don't know. But then, like, I have enough self-awareness where it's like, I know it means nothing. I know it really, like, means nothing, and I'm just, maybe, I think it justifies my playtime. I think that's what achievements really try to do. Because you don't want to feel like you're wasting time. You want to feel like you're going towards a goal, and if the goal is, like, overarching even past the game, then you can kind of attribute that goal to being something a little more meaningful than just, oh, you know, 100% of this game, now I can sell it. Now I can be done with it. It's not really like a moment. It's not really self-contained with the game. If that makes sense. Do you guys feel the same way about achievements? Like, I used to want to catch them all because, like, the tag game. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to catch them all in each game. I'm like... And then I sat down and I really thought about what that meant and how many hours that would be, and I'm like, I got a job, man. I can't. Unless I make YouTube videos on it, where it's, like, technically gonna, like, support my income, like, I can't do this. So, I didn't. So I'm not. But I will beat all these Pokemon games before Pokemon Bank came out, as a love letter to the series, as a for the love of the game type of situation. And, you know, being able to beat a game and then review it for my site is kind of the overarching achievement thing that I was talking about, where it's like it has a bigger focus that way. So I guess, like, I feel like I'm crossing something off my list when I'm playing these games. So Pokemon, I gotta get in there. So yeah, not cool that Pokemon Bank's shutting down, but it gives me an opportunity to run through these games, and I just don't think I would have never opened my 3DS. Probably, like, it would have been a long time before I opened my 3DS again. Maybe to play Ocarina of Time before the remake came out. I don't know, but yeah, it would have been a long time before I actually got back into this. So it's cool opening it up and playing the game. I actually probably should play Ocarina of Time before the new one, just so I can kind of... Or maybe it's even better if I kind of don't remember.
I should be able to figure this out.
I'll probably wait. And then I'll go back and play Majora's Mask on my 3DS. How about that? Oh man, if they can do Majora's Mask in the same style, I think that'd be a winner. That'd be a winner. Yeah, because the Majora's Mask remake came out 2015 is when it came out. But, I mean, that's 11 years ago. That's insane. I remember watching the trailer for that. Ooh, doggies. Got Arthur Morgan on deck. I do want to play Red Dead 2. I never beat the game. Like, it's something that I should have done before. I should have done before GTA 6 comes out. I don't know what I'm going to do for GTA 6, because... Ow, okay, so that cries like that. Cool. I don't know what I'm going to do, because I don't have a PS5. I bought my girlfriend and me and my girlfriend bought her sister a PS5, but I don't have a PS5. So I'm gonna have to bum someone's device, or I'm gonna have to just give in and buy it. Cause like, even my friends want me to play Black Ops 2, and I'm like, I don't have a PS5, so if I'm on Fortnite, it'll be fine. I'm sure we'll get it on her console, and I'm sure I'll play it. I do want to take it slow though. I don't want to just beat it all in a day. I don't want to like have to take off work. I don't want to be. God, I do not want to be spoiled for GTA 6. Like, could you imagine waiting that long and then you get spoiled for the game? Like, I'd probably. I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad. But back to this Pokemon thing, right? I'm just gonna keep trucking through it, you know. I do want to talk team actually, because maybe I can get something nailed down. So I'm thinking for Alligator, Ampharos, Heracross. If he's in silver, I'd have to check. I do want to see what the version exclusives are for silver too, because I should probably use those. And can I open this? Oh. Something was lighting up over here. Oh, it's just the nail gun ammo that I don't need. Okay. Who else can I bring with me? I do need a flying type. I was thinking knocked out. Oh, that actually like made my heart jump. I was thinking knocked owl, but I'm like, we could probably find a better flying type. Maybe. I'd have to see the options though. And then I know we get an Eevee, so maybe I do Vaporeon, maybe just as like a callback. No, I've already got for Alligator. That'd be stupid. Espeon. Ooh. Ooh. Plot thickens if I do Espeon, and then in Crystal I could do Umbreon. Umbreon. I really hate how big of an icon Umbreon's gotten, where people are calling him Umbreon, Moonbreon. I really hate that shit. Stupid ass nicknames. How do I get out of here? Can I get that flashbang? No. So who else can I add, right? Well, no. So here's the thing. If I have Xatu, I'm gonna want a dark type over a. Over the. What do you call it? Psychic type. And I can't trade, because of course I didn't buy the games on different systems where I could trade. You can't bring it up to bank and then bring it back in. That doesn't count as a trade either, so. Okay, so I need to actually like lock in on this, because there's nothing over there. If you guys do not watch this as a guide. This is not a guide. This is just me yapping and rambling. This is a playthrough. I'm not titling this Alan Wake walkthrough. This is a let's play, so we're playing together. I mean, obviously you would do shit different than I would, because you would know where to go. I think I was on the right path out here. I feel like they'd put that there for me to then go through. Can't do anything there. Can't go out there. So Heracross would be bug. For Alligator would be water. Xatu would be... Oh, Xatu's... yeah, that'll cover our flying. Perfect. Flying Psychic. That'll be nice. I do want an ice type. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I could just walk through there. What's that?
You have no idea how badly you're screwed.
You look like Jack from Lost,
It's
buddy.
gonna be a blast to watch you find out.
You look like Matthew Fox.
Don't want to get hit by those.
Stone grenades. Hey, buddy. Wow. I'm actually really excited to just continue through this playthrough of Pokemon Silver, and I'm also really excited to play the game we're gonna play next on this channel. I don't know what it is, right? I don't know what game I'm gonna play next, but because I don't want to. I don't want to play games that are super long, because I just don't think it would translate well. Like Alan Wake was rather short. Like, oh, sorry, I got the hiccups. Alan Wake was like relatively short, so going through that experience, Jesus. Hey, Pookie. Oh, I can't even talk or make jokes. Freaking hiccups. Ah. So what else can we get, right? We have electric, we have psychic, flying. You know what I think I might do? As commemoration for beating Silver, I think I might try to get my team in card form. And since I'm collecting, sorry, still have the hiccups. Nope. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that really sucks. Oh.
Wait.
Like, I would like to get like a light like the light Ampharos card, or like the Dark 4 Alligator card. Like, I want to get them within the Neo sets. Because that's what logically makes, like, that's the game, the era this game came out in, so that's the cards I'd like to collect. And yeah, it's gonna cost a pretty penny. And honestly, if I'm collecting English,
So nice in the dark. I can smell you.
ew,
I can smell you
Ew.
out there.
I'm honestly thinking, like, for these hollows, I'm thinking about just buying Japanese hollows, vintage, because they're gonna be cheaper. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get a shining Mewtwo, shining Charizard, and all them. Like, there's just no way for anything that I'd want to pay. And at some point, you just gotta suck it up and be like, look, collecting is cool, but I'm not gonna be able to get these. Like, you have to be delusional if you think you can pay
Oh, it's
multiple
not,
thousands of dollars for
it's
your
you.
collection.
Did you help me?
Looks like you're feeling better now.
It's just so out of
Yes,
price
I
range.
am.
It's crazy.
Thank you so much.
I have to sell off another
I don't know
part
what
of my collection
happened.
to pay for that,
There
which I
was
just
this guy.
I'd rather just buy
Before
Japanese
you
where it's
say
cheaper.
anything, I know I look like him, but I'm not.
Don't worry. You just don't feel anything like he does. He was in my head. I feel like I need to take 50 showers.
Oh,
Where is he?
That asshole wanted to get into the projector booth. He was talking about fixing things so the sun never comes up. God, it didn't seem that weird when he was saying it. It sounded really good at the time.
You weren't yourself. The projector booth. That sounds about right. I need to get in there.
I have the access code for the door. Here.
Thanks.
I'm just glad you showed up now. He said he'd be back after he'd arranged for some security.
Oh, lovely, lovely. See, I guess this is a big Pokemon focused episode, wasn't it? But I've got other stuff on the brain, you know. I will say last thing. I bought the Raichu and Alolan Raichu tag team card, not the expensive one, just the regular kind of alt art kind of. There's like 2 alternate arts. It's weird, but it's like the cheaper one that I bought, not the one where he's like chasing his tail. So I bought the cheaper one. I bought it in Japanese for like 20 bucks. Tag teams in Japanese are still fairly affordable, which is lovely. Again, why I want to switch. It absolutely is why I wanted to make the switch. Sorry, that was, I don't know why I said that twice. But yeah, if you guys are looking into collecting the artworks, go for Japanese, please. The quality is better. You have a way better chance of hitting a 10. And it's a lot cheaper because gambling laws in Japan state that you have to have at least 1 hit inside of the box. So where there's a booster box and you get nothing. In English, if you get nothing if you get a booster box, you could get nothing in English, but
That's the security
in Japanese
system?
you have to at least
I
get
guess it was
something.
too much to hope for an alarm and a
Now
fat
something
rent
can be
account.
just like a full art trainer. It can be a weak box hit, but it's still a box hit. A box hit, and there's a lot. I think there's more packs in the Japanese boxes, but it's a lot less cards. It's like 5 cards in there. I don't know. I would try it. At least just buy 1 Japanese box if you can. Make sure it's legit, and you'll have fun because you'll get stuff that you're like, oh, this is an art rare. Like, this is cool. That's why when I go to Japan, I'm gonna be picking up a bunch of boxes and try to bring this back because I enjoy that. And I need like a reliable seller for a Japanese product too that isn't gonna absolutely screw me over on prices. Now, back to some non-Pokemon things. I've been watching Sopranos recently. I got through season 2. Season 2 is really where it picks up. Season 1, it's not a snore, it's just, there's some parts on season 1 where, towards the end, I think, of season 1 where I'm just like, eh. And maybe it's not even that, because that was so long ago that I watched that. I think it, because I remember I picked back up at like the beginning of season 2, so maybe it's the beginning of season 2 where it's got, jeez. These hiccups, man. But like, I think I'm at the midway point of season 2, and something huge just happened. I don't want to spoil it. But, you know, it's set up something where it's like, oh, you're now waiting to see how Tony will react and the ramifications of this and how it will unfold throughout the rest of the season and what it means for the other characters. Where I think that's genius. Yeah, I mean, I've really been digging The Sopranos. I do plan on getting through all of them. 6 seasons, so I still got 4 more. Still working through Lost with my girlfriend and her sister. Still working through that. Still just as good as the first time I watched it. They still don't know some of the big twists that are coming, so I'm trying to keep my mouth shut and just kind of look over at them when stuff happens, and they're like, oh, I think this is this, and I'm just like, oh. Like, I'm trying my best not to just, like, trying my best to not react so they can't gauge if they're right.
The Champion of Light can feel the fragment of the signal in his pocket.
Really?
The weapon that can change what will be. It's incomplete, but it's all he has.
What, arcade? See, I've been doing that. I was running on Saturday, and there were 2 people in front of me, and they were walking, and I'm going pretty fast because it's the end of my run, and I just want to be done. So I'm locking eyes with them, like, hey, like, are we going to the left side or right side of the road? And I see I see them, and I don't look at the ground. And there's a big lip on the concrete, and I clip it with my foot, and I just eat absolute shit. I throw my hands out in front of me, my knees hit the ground, so both palms are red and bruised and scratched and bloodied, and my knees are as well. It's my right hand and my right knee that specifically are pretty banged up, and it stings whenever I move them, and it sucks. But you know, gotta. All right. Late at night, someone closed door. I like that. I like that. That's cool. You just change reality to meet the. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, hell, this isn't going right.
But yeah, I couldn't even go to the gym after that because it's like I can't really swim.
You've been up
like,
to
open-
something, haven't you? Too bad it's not gonna do any good. I'm a better you than you ever will be, and I've got all the time in the world. Everything you've got's going to be mine. Your life. Your wife! What are you gonna do about it? The sun's never coming up now. I can keep this up forever. Show yourself! Whatever you say, buddy.
Whatever you say, buddy. Yeah, I got back up after I tripped and I was like, ah, embarrassing, and then I just ran away. I just kept running. And they're like, you okay? They're like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I barely feel it. But no, like in my mind, I was like,
Time
this
itself twists
stings.
and tears, sweeping the champion
So
of
bad.
light back with its dark currents.
Dark currents.
Again, he enters the world, but now he sees the trap for what it is. A maze that loops back into itself.
I'm here again. They sent me back.
So yeah, like it was like my legs were stinging, they hurt, and I had to. I tried to go back to the gym to see if they had any bandages, and they didn't. And I was like, oh yeah, y'all suck. Like nobody was running the counter. Like thanks. So I just drove home with my open wounds, and had this kind of looks like a face, no? Like nose, brow. Kind of look a little like a face. Yeah, I just drove back home.
Oh, not birds again. What the hell?
What the hell? Kind of cool, I won't lie. Nasty, but cool. So yeah, Sopranos, my running accident. Yesterday's my dad's birthday, 55. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, but I went to his place. Had some Godfather's pizza, super yummy. And yeah, we just kind of hung out. We watched the new Always Sunny episodes. There was 2 of them. Frank marries a corpse, which is pretty funny. And then Dennis and Dee don't get rich is the second one. Both pretty funny, and I do notice that these like newer Sunnies, they like to follow a storyline, almost like Curb. Because Curb kind of follows that, like a pretty good through line. Like the old Sunnies kind of more or less were self-contained episodes, which I mean for better or for worse, right? Like you could have an episode where it's like, this is so genius, like why is there no sequel? Or you could have one where it's just like, I mean, this idea is fine. At least you're not gonna drag it out for several episodes. But these newer seasons, I see them doing more like a through line throughout the whole thing, even if it's just for 2 episodes. Like the Golden Bachelor thing, right? And that even carries over to this episode or this season. I don't want to spoil what happens, but so the end of the last season, I guess I'll spoil last season, I guess. All right, spoilers. Oh, jeez. These hiccups suck. They suck. Anyways,
Emma,
here's the spoilers.
you here?
Frank goes on the Golden Bachelor, which, if you guys have never watched The Bachelor, I mean, come on. Even I have. You know, you get the rose and everything, and he gives the rose to this old lady. And there's like a bunch of like conventionally attractive girls, but he passes them all up for this kind of elderly lady, and that happens at the end of the last season, which in and of itself is because Frank is on the Golden Bachelor, that's like a 2-episode arc, but then that carries over to the beginning of this next season, where he is getting married to her, and then the stuff that happens in this new episode, the ramifications of that play out in the next episode. So it's like this is like a 4-episode arc almost.
Wow, it is you. I guess all of it really happened.
You remember me?
Kind of. I felt weird all day, like I could almost remember a dream I had, and then just before sunset, I remembered the page.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go get those things again.
Not all of them. I went out and got them.
Good.
Well, most of them. I felt stupid at first, but then it was getting dark, and those things started showing up, and one of them made off with the battery. It ran into the railroad tunnel. There was no way I was gonna follow him in there. Sorry.
It's good you didn't. You should be careful. I mean, really careful.
Yeah, I kinda remember something. Something bad happened to me, didn't it?
Forget it. It doesn't have to happen again, okay? Just do what I say.
Yeah, okay. God, this is too weird. Am I going crazy here? Just go get that battery.
Okay. Yeah, I think I just might
Just
call
the
it
battery. That'll save time.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for today, but thank you guys for watching the long episode. I wanted to make it up to you all for kind of being out, and I know I talked a lot about Pokemon and the bank shutting down, which I'm really pissed about, but it's giving me an opportunity to go through these older titles and make the most of them, so I'm excited for that. And I'm gonna keep playing those. My website, I'm still doing my book. I've slowed down on. I do need to keep typing that up and editing what I have and staying on that. And then my Japanese, I mean, I'm still on my Duolingo streak. I'm still on it, so still doing great. And I've been getting back into drawing a little bit. I'm drawing Goron Link from Majora's Mask, so a little bit of some Zelda stuff there. I just love the concept art of the like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask era. I love that concept art. And yeah, I guess I don't really have much else to say. I think I've covered most of it. Again, thank you so much for watching, and stay productive, stay happy, and stay focused. And when you guys wake up in the morning, take charge of life, because nobody's telling you what to do in life. Assuming you're out of the house and you're on your own, nobody's telling you to make your bed, nobody's telling you to brush your teeth. Like, don't let work be the reason to get you out of bed. Like, wake up with a purpose and fulfill it, and you'll be a much happier individual. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stay productive, stay happy, and don't get hiccups, because they suck.